Hey everybody, it's Amanda, and I am excited to come to you today and talk to you about homeschooling. So as you know, this is our last year homeschooling. Brianna is finishing up. All of our children graduate at the age of 16, and that is legal in our state. And I actually wrote a blog post called How to Homeschool High School and Graduate Early. And I kind of give some details. I wrote it a few years ago. I don't think Ricky had graduated yet, but it'll give you some details about how we do it. And I'm actually going to link to that blog post down in the description box, and you can check that out if you're interested. So this is Brianna's last year. In her last year, we combine 11th and 12th grades, and we just do all of the subjects that she needs in order to get the credits that she needs to graduate. And I have definitely some of her classes that must be completed because in our state, to enter, we're in North Carolina, and to enter the North Carolina college system, this is the regular state university system, they actually have courses that are required for high school students. So we kind of use that as our guide to choose courses for our high school years. So there are some courses that she must take in order to follow that as our guide. And she's got to have 4 maths, so this year she's going to take 2 maths. And she's got to have 4 Englishes, so this year she's going to take 2 Englishes. And then she's got to finish up everything else that are her other courses and her electives. So she's going to have a science, a lab science. She's going to have a history course. I'm looking at the books down here. And then there are other electives that she needs to have. So I do a interest-led education, freestyle sort of learning. And basically what that means is we don't have one particular curriculum that we use across the board. I use a bunch of different curriculum. I mix and match. I've been doing it for a lot of years. I used to teach in private school, so I'm very comfortable with working with textbooks and curriculum in order to choose what's right for my family and my children. So I'm going to show you some of the books that we are looking at using this year. And I've even got a few things that I'm still kind of up in the air about in terms of electives. So I definitely would love to hear your advice if you have any suggestions, and you might know something that might work for us. So first, let's talk about math. Okay, for her 3rd year of high school math, she has geometry. And we have several books here. This is Geometry, a Comprehensive Course. And there's a couple others that we picked up from thrift stores that are good. There we go, good basic books. And I can't say that I recommend these because I don't know them particularly well. But we have these books that we were able to pick up, and I am very comfortable with geometry. And Brian is also a great backup for geometry. He's well-versed all the way up through calculus. So this works really well for us. There's a lot of great programs online. We're really fond of Khan Academy. And so we're going to work through a geometry course and use these books as our guide. And then in addition to that, our 4th year of high school, we always do a business math. I don't think any high schooler's curriculum is complete without having a business math of some kind. Now, I haven't chosen the book yet. I'm actually kind of leaning to one that Brian actually used. Ricky used a different one. But I'm leaning to the one that Brian used because it was pretty straightforward, and I think it'll suit well with Brianna. But I'm not naming it yet because I'm not 100% sure. But I will let you know when we've decided on that one. I also have, in case she gets bored, Saxon Advanced Mathematics. That is also here as a guide. Brian loves Saxon. He worked through all of Saxon on his own. And I haven't used Saxon very much with Brianna. But I think as we get into these higher maths, it's very simplistic in the way it's laid out, which could be a positive, could be a negative, I don't know. But that's where we're going with math this year. She's definitely getting geometry credit. She's definitely getting her business math credit. And whether or not she decides to do anything else, that's up to her. But we do have the books for it, and there is an opportunity there for that. By the way, the advanced mathematics, I think, goes through some trigonometry. So English, let's talk about English. So she's going to do grammar and composition. Back here I have these books. We have Rules for Writers, and this is a college level textbook. It's an older version, but it's the same one that the boys use, and it actually goes through MLA, APA papers and how to write them, the research process, and it's got a section on grammar. Now there's so many great grammar worksheets and things available online. I don't even bother buying a book, because I think for my high schooler, the very best thing that I can do is focus on their particular needs. So what we're going to be doing here at the beginning of the year is we're going to do a pretest. And then I will design a curriculum based on the things that I feel that she needs to really work on for this last year of high school. The great thing about doing a freestyle interest-led education is that we can tailor the curriculum to her needs. So we want to make sure for college she is ready to write papers, because we all know that's an important thing. So we also have Elements of Argument, great book, and MLA Handbook for Writers of Research Papers. Now, at the local community college, the majority of the papers that our kids have had to write were MLA, so I have always focused on MLA. However, when they get to the four-year university, it tends to be more APA. So like I said, we will be touching on APA with this book, but MLA will be our main focus, as that's the first thing that she's going to hit. So that is what we're going to be doing for her 2 English credits this year. To science. So for science, I am still not decided as to which science we will do this year. Generally speaking, with the boys, I do a physical science, a chemistry, and a biology with lab. Brianna has already done her biology and chemistry both with lab, and she dissected animals and did the whole shebang. So this third year, I thought about doing a physical science with her, but we are interest-led, and Brianna is considering going into an agricultural education degree program. And so, I'm kind of trying to decide if perhaps we want to do an agriculture-based science. And this is where you guys come in. If you have any suggestions for that, for a high school level agriculture-based science, I would love to hear your ideas. I really would. Another backup we were considering is astronomy. Brianna's got an interest in astronomy just on the side. We have some really great books for that. Astronomy Today, Discovering the Universe, a really great book. These are college level books, by the way, that we're using for our high schoolers, except for this one. I actually have so many of these books. These are kids' books, but they're actually great memory tools. I don't know if you've ever heard of these, created by Basher, written by Dan Green, Astronomy Out of This World. They have a really great one for the periodic table. I highly recommend that one. Great for helping kids memorize the periodic table. But this is actually really good for just memorizing the different parts of the galaxy and the different things that you find out in the solar system. So this is just a supplemental book. But it's fun, and it makes it more interesting than just going through the dry books all the time. History this year. History, we usually do for 11th grade, the American History course, right? And then we also have American Government for the 12th grade credit. Both of these are very important, I think, for children to have, high school children. Really, I was going to say in this day and age, but really every child should have a good grounding in American government and U.S. history. So those are going to be our history books for sure. Okay, so if you're counting, that's 2 maths, 2 Englishes, 1 lab science, and 2 histories. That's a total of 7 courses. She's going to have at least 3 more, because we usually have 9 to 10 per year, and we do it on a semester basis. So one semester will focus on 5 courses, and then the next semester will focus on 5 more courses, just like you would in a college level classroom. We're definitely going to have a Bible credit, and she does have the option of having a home ec credit. So we have this one last possible credit. Now, she doesn't actually have to have it in order to graduate, because she's got more than enough credits to graduate. But for consistency's sake, I like to have 5 and 5, just for my own peace of mind. So we're open to a last credit. And again, I'm drawn to this idea of having her do something agricultural based, because that is her interest. She has been doing the volunteer work at the Carl Sandburg House, and she's really interested in that sort of thing. So I would love to hear your suggestions for an elective, a high school level elective that's agriculture based. So share those with me in the comments if you have any ideas. I really want to get all of this sorted out here in the next couple of weeks, because we'd like to start toward the end of August, beginning of September. She's got to get 180 days in, and she wants to finish before the end of March. So I'm not sure if we're going to make that, but that's her goal. And I'm going to encourage her to do that if she's inclined to do that. But anyway, here's something else I wanted to tell you. a friend of mine is doing a back to school challenge, back to homeschool challenge. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about that because I'm going to be participating in it if you guys want to come join me. And it is for people who are new. If you're new to homeschooling, this is a great thing for you. If you're not new to homeschooling, it's great for you to join because we'll have a lot of new folks who are looking for advice and encouragement. And plus you can always get some new ideas. It's always good to be fresh, even if you've been doing it for a long time. So my friend is going to be doing 10 days, this back to school challenge, just 10 days. And it's going to start this Wednesday, August 15th. And she has a special Facebook group created for it. It's called Great Ideas for Mamas. And I'm going to link that down in the description box. So make sure you head over there and ask to join her group. And the thing I want to tell you about that is that she is going to be every day for the 10 days, be sharing a video, a live video with a little task and some encouragement to help you get started on your homeschool year. So if you're like me and we had the car accident last week and there's a lot of things going on and I've just kind of felt like this year it's kind of overwhelming and I just want to keep saying I'll get to it eventually, but we've got to get to this. So I really am so excited to have this start at this time because it's like motivating me to, okay, let's do the 10 days and then get it going, get it knocked out. So you can do this with other people and it'll be an encouragement. She's going to cover a lot of different information in the 10 days. She's got choosing your homeschool style. Like I already know what mine is, but maybe you don't know what yours is. We're going to talk about different options there. Navigating the extras. It's a nautical theme, guys. Sports, co-op, all those side things that have to be in your mind when you're doing your homeschool planning because you got to work out your schedule. On that note, day 3 is going to be creating your itinerary. That's your calendar. 4 is side trips. Then you got X marks your Y. Why are you homeschooling? You have to know that and you have to understand that if you're going to homeschool effectively. Mapping it out, all of your planning. We're going to talk about that. Stowing your stuff, organizing homeschool moms. Organizing, big topic, right? All hands on deck, that's your daily agenda, making sure you have things functioning day to day because a lot of us are really good at making the big picture out, but then that day-to-day thing is a struggle. So we're going to work that out. What's cooking in the galley? Your menu, guys. You cannot homeschool effectively if your household is not running because you're going to be distracted with one or the other. Important information. And then setting sail. Go ahead and kicking off your year, how you can go ahead and kick it off successfully. So I hope you guys will join me in that Back to Homeschool Challenge. Like I said, Alina is the one who's running this group. She is my personal friend. Like I actually know her in real life. She is someone who I have known for years. She's been homeschooling much longer than I have. She actually runs a business where she sells used homeschool books. And so she's kind of getting into this whole blogging, videoing game. And you guys are going to want to hang out with her because she knows her stuff. So anyway, go join her Facebook group. Like I said, I'm going to be there. You're going to have a link for that in the description box. And she's going to start a YouTube channel here soon. And when she does, I'll let you know and you can come hang out with her there. But anyway, that's it. So this is my Back to Homeschool Challenge intro guide. You can see where I'm kind of going and what we're hoping to knock out this last year. I'm super excited to get this done. It's been a long journey. Brianna's the one that I have homeschooled beginning to end, essentially. There was 1 year she went to private Christian school for 1 grade. I don't even know what grade it was. Like, was it kindergarten? Was it first grade? I don't know. It was 1 year, and that was it. And other than that, all the way through, I've had that girl. So this has been a long journey, and I'm glad to share it with you. Thanks for hanging out with us. And that's it. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm really glad you came to visit us here at the Fundamental Home. Make sure if you enjoyed this video that you click the like button and also click subscribe right below me for more videos coming into your inbox all the time. And also, if you enjoy social media, we've got links up at the top here for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all the other fun things. And check out thefundamentalhome.com for more information about what we're doing all the time and how we do it, because there's way more details there. And here over to the right, we have some videos that I recommend. So thanks again for coming by, and we'll see you next time. Bye!